Hello and welcome. Welcome friends, welcome family, welcome everyone. If you found this video today, you're meant to be here. Welcome home. Here, there is love. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm Olivia, and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia. I'm here to do your daily pick-a-card. As I said, I love you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And so I have been calling out subscribers and people who comment and people who have supported me. I'm calling out 5 a day. So today I have Leslie, Jim, Adrian, Sarah Willa, and Franny. Thank you. I'm shuffling our thought of the day. It is coming from our Brian Wiess, MD deck, and we'll go ahead and cut the deck, and I'm going to pull from the bottom. I know that my way is not the only way. What? But it's the best way, right? Even though there may be one truth, be aware that there are many approaches that lead to this truth. I love this card. I love this card. I talk about meditation all the time as leading us to love and the love of God and many other things, but there are other ways to do it. I know not everybody can meditate. I wish everyone would at least try. It literally saved my life. So let's go ahead and move on. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think we're just gonna go ahead and look at the card toppers, and we'll see. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting that I need a big sip of cuppa. Maybe a few gulps instead. It's good coffee. I hope you have a nice cozy beverage that you can in front of you so that you feel just as lovely and snuggly as I do. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these card toppers up close. Under the first card, let me focus on this because we have this gorgeous and beautiful and intricate selenite. It is actually rose selenite. And the reason I call it selenite, I've heard some people call it selenite, is that I have a daughter named for the moon. One of her many names is Selene. And I know some people today say that name Celine and have the EB private, have the EB silent. Maybe it is private. Maybe E's are very private. However, in the older languages, oftentimes whatever was written down was pronounced. So Selene is what I call her. Shout out to her today, who has also been a huge support. We also have, and teacher. You know, it's amazing how our kids can be such wonderful teachers to our souls. This is a Flourite, and we can see all the many colors. There's some greens. There's some darker greens. There's some purples and some browns. Some clear and some even rose colors. And then let's go on. I do believe this is called, now I'm not real sure on the pronunciation of this, but I think it's Chalkopyrite. It is copper ore. And from far away, it just looks like an ordinary rock. But once you get it under the light and up close, you can see all the amazing, deep, and beautiful colors along with the little glints, the little sparkly glints, which I'm trying to get it to do here because sometimes it will just really sparkle almost like a diamond under the right light. Okay, so let's look and see. This is my palm stone tigerite. It's a palm stone because it fits in your palm. It's also a worry stone because it has this real smooth little area. That's a good place if you like to hold worry stones and worry your thumb over it. It's a really nice place to do that. And so I find a lot of comfort in the weight of these. I'm an air sign, so I get buffeted around a lot. And I do enjoy carrying rocks in my pockets. It kind of helps keep me grounded, if you know what I mean. All right. Um, if you need more time to look at these, go ahead and take that time. Go ahead and pause the video, and then you can take a look at these rocks a little bit longer and feel a little bit more confident about your choice of what your card is going to be today. People do it different ways. You can do it any way you want. It's designed to pick a card, and we'll integrate this card in the thought of the day with your card. However, many people choose more than one card, and that's perfectly fine. All right, so let's see what we have. This is a beautiful card. This is the guide, is what it's called. In lots of decks, it's called Temperance. And when I think about temperance, I think about tempering a sword. And what do? You hold it in the fire until it turns red and malleable, and then you pound on it. And that happens to us in life. We get held to the fire and pounded on. And what this card tells us or represents, there's a lot of things. I'm going to tell you a few things here. So one of the things is that there's someone with us, that we're not alone in this. That's where we have the angels, the goddess, and the horned one here in the background. An angel figure, or is what I call it, the guide. Another thing about this card is it juxtaposes our animal selves with our spiritual selves. And what I mean by that is, or what I feel like the card means by that, is that we are balancing without throwing away any authenticity of our animal selves. We don't want to lose that because we are animals. Don't forget. We are also spiritual beings, and we need to find that balance. I, for one, have enjoyed very much my spiritual life as well as my animal self. It's a pleasure to have a body in this world and to do and go and do the things that we want, but balance is also very important for all of us. And coupled with the card, I know that my way is not the only way. I would just go with that. So take what I said that resonates with you and leave the rest, because my way is not the only way either. Even though I swear, if you would meditate, if you would take the time and start a meditative process right now, it could save your life. It did save mine. And here we have the Flourite rock, which we already looked at up close. I'm all ready to look at it up close again. Let us see what you have. And you have this glorious, I like to call this glorious because it is, 6 of rods. Look at it. I love this face. Okay, I'm going to call out somebody else, Michael. My friend Michael, who is a bartender in New Orleans. He's almost like family. That's who this card reminds me of. And he is a very successful person. And one of the things I like to, and of course I think of him when I see this card, one of the things I like to make note of is see that he's got this little, what is that, wreath around his neck. And that's a prize. I call this card a pat on the back card, because that's a big part of what's going on here, is that he has won a prize for being such a sweet person and helping so many people and still getting all his work done ahead of time. And that is something that my friend Michael does. And now sometimes this glory is a little bit short-lived, but that's okay. You know, people forget pretty easily. So keep that in mind. But yeah, give yourself a pat on the back today. And if you've gotten this card more than one day in a row, heck, you're doing great. I said heck. I'm going to need another sip of cuppa. I hope that's not irritating that I say sip of cuppa. It might be because I don't really sip, do I? Here, let me sip. Okay. I know that's bad manners. All right, let's go ahead and see what's under the Chalkopyrite. And again, I'm ready to just sit here and just enjoy looking at this beautiful, friendly rock. But let's see what we have. Oh, this one. This one is the Six of Swords. And it could definitely very, very possibly mean that you're taking a journey today. Okay? It could very well possibly be metaphorical as well. So, in other words, a journey of the mind or a journey of the soul. Regardless, you're on your way. The water always often stands for your emotional self, your spiritual self, your subconscious, things below the surface. But right now you're traveling, and it's there, so you have the land and the water, and you're traveling forward. With swords, it's usually pretty quick. Swords are usually fast. Okay, and coupled with the I know my way is not the only way, I would say, here, let's see if we can focus on that back there. What I would say is that your journey, if it's an actual journey that you're taking, don't be a backseat driver. And if you're driving and someone suggests another way to go, you might listen to them. And just take that metaphorically as well. Go ahead and take your trip, but be aware along the way. You can go your own way, but your way isn't the only way. I like it. I like it. I love this card. I also love travel. So here we go. Let us see what's under this beautiful palm rock tiger eye worry stone. The Fool, the Fool, the Fool. I love the Fool. The Fool is glorious. Okay, so you see this woman with this tragic look on her face? That's the part I don't like. And unfortunately, because this card was drawn this way, which is inverted or upside down, then we have to focus on parts of the card that aren't as joyful. So when I see the Fool card, there's often, not in this deck, but in most decks, there's a little dog. And sometimes that little dog is pulling the youth back from the edge of a cliff that they're walking and not looking. So the Fool, like I said, I'm an air sign, so I get buffeted around a lot. And most of my life, or a lot of my life, I just let the air, but I just let myself get buffeted, and I didn't think too much about consequences. We moved a lot when I was younger, so I never really suffered a lot of consequences, long-term consequences. So in other words, I could embarrass myself and be a fool in school, and the next year I'd be in another school, so it didn't matter. None of that stuck. I know that sounds pretty glorious, but it's a long story, and it wasn't all easy. Because, why? Because with the Fool, we make lots of mistakes. Like the baby doesn't know the fire's hot until he actually touches it and gets burned. So basically what this card is saying today is be cautious, don't be hasty, don't be foolish, think things through, pay attention to what's going on around you, and everything will be fine. Being a fool can be very joyful and joyous, and to me, I think of it kind of like being a dog in a good home with a yard and a fence that you can escape on garbage day and go play in the garbage, and a ditch nearby. Hopefully some carcasses I can roll in. being a fool can really be blissful, I promise. But today, I want you to just kind of look out. Just kind of keep a good watch. And here we are at the end of this video. I'm probably going to cut off the end so that I can put this on Instagram as well. I haven't posted there in quite a while. But I do want to say, I hope that you found this to be just what you needed. Please do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And don't make life-altering decisions or changes based on any pick a card, not even this one, okay? Do connect with me on my other media platforms listed in the description and book me for a personal reading. However, before you do anything else, hit that like button or the dislike button. If you hated it, do it. Send me a comment, good or bad. I don't really like mean ones, but whatever. Do what you gotta do. All right, you guys take care. I'll be here next time.